Are you looking to elevate your technical skills? Are you wanting to stay relevant for your clients with trends? And are you looking for professional and personal development? Well, we are here to talk to you guys about how you can check those off of your boxes by investing in education and continuing your career development. And hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey.
The last
Wow.
one for the year, right?
This is the last one for the year, and I'm
Oh,
glad
that's
that we're
sad. I
all
didn't know that.
together. It is, it is. And boy, do we already have a good lineup for next year, so I'm excited about it. But today, so if you guys caught that intro, it's all about, how are we going to just elevate ourselves professionally and personally. We all think about it, and we're here to talk about education because we just revealed the spring summer education catalog for Neil, and it just starts to stir up these conversations. And I thought, what better way to talk about this with having our two pros here that have been through the ringer with education, and definitely can speak from experience on it. So I would love to just pick your brain. People are looking at this calendar, and how do you guys determine what classes you want to take for the year or for the season?
I mean, I always look at trends first, right? I mean, because that's exactly what the guests are always bringing in, and you always want to be up to what they're requesting. So I always look at those type of classes first, and then second, it's just more inspirational stuff that I want to know, I want to better myself with.
Yeah. Tatum, how do
Yeah,
you?
I think that makes sense. Inspiration and trend. I also feel like, you know, what's going to be something that technically makes me stronger. So I might be looking to more something that feels like core cutting or fundamentals, or even like a 2-day jump start or something where I can kind of like touch base with how we kind of got here, because I think that we over time develop a lot of bad habits as hairdressers. And I always find that when I kind of go back to the basics and have someone work with me just on a one length bob, let's say as an example, that type of mental discipline really sets me up for that day and that week and that year, even for being a better hairdresser. And even though I might not do those exact things, just going through the mental rigor of being disciplined and technical, it makes me better. It just does. And every haircut that I do after that is better. And so I would look at that as well.
I love that. And it kind of struck something with me as far as going back to the basics, because even so, going back to those classes, some things could have probably changed, right? So there probably are maybe some updated techniques for a fundamentals class, possibly, that can strike a little aha moment.
Yeah, and I think also just like there might just be one thing, holding your comb, how you comb the hair,
Yeah.
how you look at it, a perspective, body position. There's so many little variables in what we do to create what we do, and so just having a slight adjustment here or there, or just kind of thinking about something differently, can open up new doors for you. And so I think that it's hard to sort of quantify what is it about maybe a fundamental class that makes it better. I just know that when I go and I'm disciplined, I respond better the next day.
Yeah, no, I love that. And this next question I have for you guys, I mean, we've pretty much kind of answered it in the first one, but in what ways do you believe that education really contributes to success of stylists?
Well, I mean, we kind of see it all the time. It's like leveling up. There are certain benchmarks that salons look at in order to raise your prices. I know when I worked at Van Michael, technical skill, pre-booking, all those type of things. So if you don't level up your technical skill, how are you going to ask your guests for more money?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, perceived value is huge. And, I know that if I go do something, whether that's Fashion Week, an editorial shoot, or education, I love sharing that with my clients because I'm now raising my perceived value, and that makes any price increase that I might do even more valuable, or just makes them more loyal and want to stay in my chair longer and be a more loyal customer. And so I think all those things are super valuable. And let's just be honest, the idea of continuing education, this is something that's not unique to our industry. My
Any
wife is real
industry, really.
estate. She has to do it.
Yeah.
Lawyers have to do it. Doctors have to do it. And some states even require you to do those things. And depending on what state you are, that may be the case. And so it's not only an expectation, you know, for reaching your benchmarks, perceived value. In a lot of places, continued education is a requirement just to practice in general.
That's funny, because I was actually going to bring up a little bit of the corporate world. You know, it's like adding to your resume, you know, going to a new employer and having like all these like certifications and all these additional degrees and everything. It's just, it brings more power for you on your resume.
Yeah, no, and as a client, you know, I speak on behalf of the clients. When I was in college, you know, broke college student, and I still saw the best of the best at it was Paris Parker, actually. I think it was Lockworks at the time. Before I knew I was going to be in this industry, but I knew that my stylist was always up to date, and I have some difficult hair to cut, so I was willing, and I was like, I will skip rent to get my hair cut because I know he has just came back from Italy from a class, and I know he's skilled. I'll do whatever I can. So I mean, it's true. We do look at that as clients, as we do for any other profession, our doctors, you know, things like that. So, all right. You know, there are some times on Break Room where we have some like touchy, sensitive questions, and I'm here to do it. You know me. What have you noticed with hairdressers that don't attend education? What do you see? Because the reason I'm asking this, I want people to like look deep into themselves and really ask themselves, when's the last time I've taken education? Do I need it? Like, what have you guys seen?
You go first.
I've seen that they just get stuck in a rut, and then those are actually, unfortunately, the hairdressers that have potential. They end up leaving the industry because they just get bored and don't know how to take it any further. You know, their expectations for their income aren't where they're at. So that's typically what I see. It's like this. It's not necessarily burnout, but it's just you're just uninspired.
That's a great way to put it. I think that hairdressers often get kind of caught in the rut of the work of hairdressing, the craft, we're doing long layers and blonde highlights all day long. And there's a whole creative artist inside you that chose this career for creativity. And part of the journey is learning and educating yourself, because those challenges forces creativity. When an educator's saying, try it this way, there's some creativity that has to be expressed for you to do that. And there's learnings there. And that's actually why you do this job. It's not to do gray root touch-ups. Certainly that's paying the bills. But there's an artist inside you that if you're not fulfilling, will die. And just like Alberto said, that's going to lead to a dissatisfaction in your job and ultimately career. And then next thing you know, you're out of the career. And I promise you, there's not a lot of careers out there you're going to go into that's going to feed that artist in you. And you're going to be stuck in another rut, whether that's being a legal assistant, a waitress, a bartender, whatever it is. That creative soul in you needs to be fed, and you're going to keep searching for it. And really, it's right here in the career you're already in. You need to go do education and be creative to fulfill it.
Yeah, I love that. I'm actually laughing inside because, you know, they're like, now at my point in career, like I was in the salon the other day and I was talking that I actually have made it a point not to, and this is going to sound probably bad to some people, but I'm not writing down my guest formulas purposely because I kind of like the panic of having to reformulate something brand new for them when they come back. And it's just gotten there because it's that creativity. I was like, you know what? I don't want to do the same thing every single time that they come in. Let me challenge myself to do something a little different. So I've gotten there.
You're keeping Miss Betty's formulas though, right? You're keeping hers.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, actually, to Alberto's point, I mean, I see it. I see, oh, so-and-so's here, and we're mixing up the color before we've even done the consultation. And I think that is a dangerous place to be. But unfortunately, that's what people do. And although Don't try that at home. You want to try to keep your formulas. I think what Alberto's talking about is true. And we need to think about why we're here. And we're here to be creative and have fun. And education is the ultimate conduit for that.
Yeah, and it's interesting because we get surveys back from all of our classes, and I'll get personal text messages. I'm sure you guys do too, and it's saying like, "Wow, I'm so glad I went." So people, it really does re-inspire you. So if you're feeling uninspired, if you're feeling like you're in a rut, I mean, that's when you need to go to education. You need to get re-inspired. No matter what industry you're in, it's going to happen. We have to always keep ourselves educated, the three of us on this screen, to keep ourselves inspired as well. So in saying that, we're excited about this new spring calendar. And guys, are there any classes that you're kind of looking at that you kind of want to kind of go check out?
I mean, my boy Darren Edwards is coming, and I'm really excited
he
about
was
that.
on.
Yeah, he made a post about it, which was great. And it's just been really fun to see him, in the pandemic, really kind of own this sort of influencer persona that he's created, and then to see how much he's grown with it. So I think if anyone's looking to grow their business or just wants to connect with him, he's a great guy. And I think he's going to have some great insights and inspiration there.
Yes, Darren, we are so proud of you, and it has been a thrill watching you grow, and I'm so excited for this class. We actually just booked Darren in Fort Worth for an in-salon class, so people are already
Yeehaw!
like, yeah.
Get
So
your
we're
cowboy hat ready, Darren.
excited about that. Alberto, what about you? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the Ultimate Glow Tour. I've seen what Brandy and Taylor are putting together for this thing, and let me tell y'all, if you want your guest to be the total it girl, this is the class to go to. It's going to teach you everything you need to know about that perfect Instagram hair color, the shot, styling, glam hair, all of it. It's going to cover everything. It's a full day of a demo start to finish. So I definitely can't wait to see, all of the details of that class come together.
Yeah, I'm excited about, we have a lot of special events, which we're going to probably have to talk about that on another break room, because
Ooh,
those
yeah.
are very exciting. Night Out with Neil, go check it out. But I'm excited for the Bob class, the innovative methods for Bobs. So
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
so I mean, we always need education on Bobs. Like it's something that
It's the hardest haircut. It's the
yes.
hardest haircut. Yeah, and these guys at Hybrid Education, they were part of the curriculum development for Jumpstart, and they put together a really great class for us. And I think that sort of what I was speaking to earlier about the technical discipline and things, you're definitely going to get that, and you're going to walk away with functional haircuts for you to start doing on your clients the day you get back in the salon. So I definitely thank you for reminding me of that. That is going to be an amazing class, and we hope to work more with the Hybrid Education team. They are killer.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited about that one. And yeah, and also you guys, these classes are already starting to fill. I know Braids, Knots and Rods is halfway sold. It's almost sold out. It's halfway filled. I believe today we just got someone in editorial styling. So it's happening. And I know everyone is eager to get out there and get into education. And these classes are going to sell out. It's going to happen. They always do. So take a look at it. And if you need to pick our brains on some things, we are always here. And guys, I think that wraps it up for 2023? Yeah,
I don't
2023.
know. I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Well, happy holidays to everyone, and we will see you guys next year. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.